Hello everyone, welcome back to Knit Crow Addict channel. Today I'm gonna show you how to make this beautiful crochet top. This top is really fun to make and I love the colors. I hope you do too. If you just like one color, you totally can do that as well. Very easy. And I have free written pattern for size extra small go up to double XL. It's available on my blog. But if you prefer the PDF printable version, it's available for purchase on my Etsy and my Ravelry store. And I will put all the links in the description below. I hope you enjoy! Here is the materials that I use for this project. For this project, you will need 2 colors of medium weight 4 yarn. Okay? For me, I use Lion Brand. This is my color A. The color A is Lion Brand Furious Wheel. This is size 4 medium yarn. And in each cake, it have 270 yards or 247 meters. This is 100% acrylic. And here is the color Buttercup. And I use almost 2 cakes, but I don't use the whole 2 cakes. And this is just for size small, okay? So yeah, this is my color A. And my color B, I use Lion Brand Touch of Alpaca. This one also size 4 medium yarn. 90% acrylic and 10% alpaca. Here is the color. And I used 1 skein. I just have a little bit left in 1 skein. Alright, for color B. And crochet hook, size 5 millimeters. Scissors, yarn needle, and stitch markers. Okay, before we start, I just want to talk about this pattern a little bit. For this pattern, we're gonna make 4 separate pieces and then sew them together. So we have the back and the front panel make exactly the same, and it doesn't matter which side you choose to be the front or the back because they are the same. Alright, and then we have 2 sleeves make exactly the same. So we're gonna make the chain this way, and the chain that you make gonna be the width across back of your top. Okay, and then the row you make gonna be the length of your top, and at the end you're gonna leave a long tail to sew the shoulder seam. Both panel make exactly the same. And the sleeve, we're gonna make the chain this way. The chain you make will be the circumference of your arm, and the row you make, it will be the length of your sleeve. Alright, so yeah, after I have the front and back panel, we're gonna sew at the shoulder seam here. We're gonna sew on the wrong side using the tail that we left earlier for sew, and then we're gonna leave some space open for the neck hole. And I will tell you how many stitches that I sew for the shoulders. Alright, after that, we're gonna sew the sleeve right here. And we also gonna sew on the wrong side. And then after that, we will fold the sweater in half with the right side facing each other. We're gonna sew on the wrong side. So here, we're gonna sew from the bottom all the way up until we reach the armpit, and then continue sew all the way down till the end here. Alright, and let's talk about the measurement. For the measurement from here to here, across back, okay, not around, it is about 16.23 inches width. And the length from here all the way up here is about 15.41 inches long. And now if you want bigger than this, you can go up the side. This side I decide to be not too loose. Okay. Alright, this just for size small. All right, just follow your side. Okay, let's talk about the stitch pattern here. So for this stitch pattern right here is called moss stitch. All right, and I also have the video tutorial how to make the moss stitch as well. If you want to see, I will put the link in the description below. And for this stitch here, the moss stitch is multiple of 2 chains, or you can chain an even number of chains. And if you want bigger top, you can go up the side, or you can make the chain as long as you like, but just make sure you will have an even number of chains. That's it. And then this is 2 row repeat, which is row 2 and row 3, just for the main panel part here, the color A. Okay, let me show you my beautiful top here real quick. This is my top, and here the sleeve. Really nice. I love the pattern. I love the yarns. So for this top, you also can use just one color, whatever you prefer. For me, I feel like these 2 yarn go really good together. And for the color B part here, I feel like a little itchy. I'm not sure it's just me, or maybe the yarn, maybe me, I'm not sure. But yeah, just a little bit itchy, not that much. Okay, if you want to substitute yarn, just please look for size 4 medium weight yarn and check the gauge, okay? And then this is gonna be part 1. For the part 1, I'm gonna show you how to make all the pieces. And then for the part 2, I will show you how to sew all the pieces together. Alright, I hope you enjoy, and let's get started. Okay, first we're gonna use color A for the body. Okay, so I'm gonna make a slip knot. Use any method you prefer for making a slip knot. Here's what I like to do. And then I'm gonna chain 70 chains. That is multiple of 2 or an even number of chain, right? Like I tell you. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna chain 70. Every size is different. So after I make slip knot, I'm gonna make the chain. So just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I'm gonna keep making the chains, and I will be back when I have 70 chains. Make sure to make your chain loosely. Okay, now I have 70 chains. Here's what this look like. And then for row 1, gonna be the right side. For an odd number row, gonna be the right side. For an even number row, gonna be the wrong side. So row 1 is the right side. We're gonna make 1 single crochet into the second chain from the hook right here. Okay, this is the first chain. This is the second chain from the hook. I'm gonna insert my hook into that second chain from the hook, but I always like to insert my hook into the little bump on the back of the chain, and you also can go into the normal chain stitch as well, whatever you prefer. I just want to tell you what I like to do. So yeah, row 1, I skip the first chain, insert the hook into the second chain, sorry, and then I turn a little bit. I'll see the little bump on the back of the second chain here. I insert my hook there, pull up a loop. I have 2 loops on my hook, yarn over and pull through those 2 loops. This is my first single crochet on row 1. And then chain 1 and skip the next chain and make 1 single crochet into the next chain. So after I chain 1, I'm gonna skip the next chain, insert the hook into the next chain, but I insert into the little bump on the back of the next chain here and make a single crochet. And then we're gonna repeat that. We're gonna chain 1, skip the next chain, 1 single crochet into the next chain. So I skip the next, insert the hook into the next, but I insert into the little bump on the back of the chain, and then pull up a loop and make single crochet. And then just repeat that. Chain 1, skip the next chain, 1 single crochet into the next chain. Repeat that. Chain 1, skip the next chain, 1 single crochet into the next chain. Okay, repeat that. Chain 1, skip the next chain, 1 single crochet into the next chain. Chain 1, 1 single crochet, skip the next chain, 1 single crochet into the next chain. We're just gonna repeat that across. Okay, so let me show you here. So here is the normal chain, right? You can insert the hook into this chain as well, but if you turn a little bit, you will see the little bump on the back of the chain. That's what I insert my hook into. The reason I do that is give me very nice edge at the bottom here, like a V shape. That's what I like, but yeah, like I said, whatever you prefer. So here is the little bump, a little bump on the back of the chain, little bump on the back of the chain, little bump on the back of the chain. Okay, I'm gonna show you a few more stitches. Just repeat that. You're gonna chain 1, skip the next chain, 1 single crochet into the next chain. Repeat that. Chain 1, skip the next chain, 1 single crochet into the next. Chain 1, skip the next chain, 1 single crochet into the next chain. Okay, here's what this looks like so far. You're gonna keep doing that across, and I will be back when I'm at the end of row 1. I'm at the end of row 1. Here's what this looks like, and I have a total of 69 stitches across, includes the chain 1 space as well. Okay, so single crochet and chain 1 space, that includes in there 69 stitches across. Okay, so for row 2, we're gonna chain 1 and turn, or you can turn first and chain, doesn't matter, and then the chain 1 never count as a stitch. So after we chain 1 and turn, you're gonna make 1 single crochet into the very first stitch here, right here. Hope you can see right here. Insert the hook there, put up a loop and make single crochet, and then make 1 single crochet into the chain 1 space here. Insert the hook into the chain 1 space, put up a loop and make single crochet, and then you're gonna chain 1 and make 1 single crochet into the next 1 chain space here. And then you're gonna repeat that. You're gonna chain 1 single crochet into the 1 chain space, repeat that across. So I chain 1 single crochet into the next chain 1 space, and repeat that. Chain 1 and 1 single crochet into the next 1 chain space, and then chain 1 and 1 single crochet into the next 1 chain space. You're gonna repeat that across. If you're having a hard time to find the 1 chain space, you also can turn as well. Maybe you can see it better. Where is the chain 1 space? I don't know. Whatever you think is help, but yeah, I think this way is help. As you can see, this is the 1 chain space, this is 1 chain space, this is 1 chain space. Alright, I'm gonna show you a few more stitches here. Just repeat the same pattern. You're gonna chain 1 and then 1 single crochet into the next 1 chain space, and then you're gonna chain 1 and then 1 single crochet into the next 1 chain space. Chain 1 single crochet into the next 1 chain space. Very easy. Okay, chain 1 single crochet into the next 1 chain space. Okay, just keep repeating that. Chain 1 single crochet into the next 1 chain space, chain 1 single crochet into the next 1 chain space. Repeat that until you have 1 stitch left, and then I will be back. Basically, you just need to make one single crochet into the last stitch, but I'm gonna show you anyway. Okay, I will be back when I have one stitch left. Okay, I have one stitch left at the end of row 2. So I already make one single crochet into the one chain space here. And then next, I'm gonna make one single crochet into the last stitch right here. Okay, right here. Insert the hook into the last stitch. Pull up a loop. Oops, sorry. Pull up a loop and make single crochet. Alright, here's what it looks like at the end of row 2. I have the same 69 stitches across, includes the chain 1 space as well. Okay, so for row 3, we're gonna chain 1 and turn. Or you can turn first and chain, doesn't matter, and in the chain 1 never count as a stitch. And then we're gonna make one single crochet into the very first stitch. So after I chain 1 and turn, I insert the hook into the very first stitch here, pull up a loop and make one single crochet. And then we're gonna chain 1 and make one single crochet into the one chain space here, right here. I chain 1 here already. I insert the hook into the one chain space, pull up a loop and make single crochet. And then we're gonna repeat that. We're gonna chain 1 and one single crochet into the next one chain space, and then just repeat that across. We're gonna chain 1, one single crochet into the next one chain space, chain 1, one single crochet into the next one chain space, chain 1, one single crochet into the next one chain space. Very easy pattern. Chain 1, one single crochet into the next one chain space. Okay, here's what it looks like so far on row 3. And yeah, you're just gonna keep repeating that across. Let me show you a couple more times. So next, I chain 1, one single crochet into the next one chain space, chain 1, one single crochet into the next one chain space. Alright, keep repeating that until you have 2 stitches left at the end, and then I will be back. Okay, now I have 2 stitches left at the end of row 3. So I already make one single crochet into the last one chain space here, and then I have 2 stitches left. So next, I'm gonna chain 1 and then skip the next stitch and make one single crochet into the next stitch, which is the last stitch. Okay, so yeah, I chain 1 here, I skip the next, insert the hook into the next, which is the last stitch, and make single crochet. Here's what it looks like at the end of row 3. And I have the same 69 stitches across, includes the chain 1 space. And now, I'm gonna repeat row 2 and row 3 over and over until I have 51 rows. And every size is different. Just follow your side. Or if you want like longer, you feel free to add more rows as well. Just repeat row 2 and row 3. Like I said, this pattern is 2 row repeat, which is row 2 and row 3, right, for the body. Okay, I'm gonna show you one more repeat, which is row 4 and row 5. So row 4, I repeat row 2. Row 5, I repeat row 3. Okay, let me show you. So row 4, I repeat row 2. So remember, when we make row 2, we chain 1 and turn. And then we make one single crochet into the very first stitch, right here. So after chain 1 and turn, I make one single crochet into the first stitch here. And then one single crochet into the one chain space. And then chain 1, 1 single crochet into the next 1 chain space, and repeat that across. We chain 1, 1 single crochet into the next 1 chain space, chain 1, 1 single crochet into the next 1 chain space, chain 1, 1 single crochet into the next 1 chain space. Just repeat row 2. Chain 1, 1 single crochet into the next 1 chain space, chain 1, 1 single crochet into the next 1 chain space. Keep repeating that until the end, and then I will be back when I'm at the end of row 4. I'm at the end of row 4, but I haven't made the last single crochet into the last stitch yet. I just want to show you again, just to make sure you you get it. Okay, so I already make 1 single crochet into the last 1 chain space here, and then next I just need to make 1 single crochet into the last stitch right here, the last stitch here. Alright, I'm at the end of row 4. I have the same 69 stitches across, includes the chain 1 space as well. Okay, so for row 5, we're gonna repeat row 3. So I chain 1 and turn, and then just repeat row 3. We're gonna make 1 single crochet into the very first stitch here, and then chain 1 and 1 single crochet into the 1 chain space here, and repeat that. We chain 1 and then 1 single crochet into the next 1 chain space, repeat that. We chain 1, 1 single crochet into the next 1 chain space, chain 1, 1 single crochet into the next 1 chain space. Just repeat row 3. Chain 1, 1 single crochet into the next 1 chain space, chain 1, 1 single crochet into the next 1 chain space. Here's what it looks like so far on row 5. So you're gonna keep making chain 1, 1 single crochet into the next 1 chain space, chain 1, 1 single crochet into the next 1 chain space. Just repeat row 3. Okay, I'm gonna keep doing that until I have 2 stitches left at the end of row 5, and I will be back. Okay, now I have 2 stitches left at the end of row 5. I already make 1 single crochet into the last 1 chain space here, and next you're gonna chain 1 and skip the next stitch and make 1 single crochet into the next stitch, which is the last stitch. Just repeat row 3. So yeah, after I chain 1 here, I skip the next stitch, insert the hook into the next stitch, which is the last stitch, and then make single crochet. That's it. And I have the same 69 stitches across, includes the chain 1 space as well. That's it, guys. Just repeat row 2 and 3, 2 and 3, 2 and 3 over and over. And like I said, for me, I'm gonna keep repeating row 2 and 3 until I have 51 rows total. Alright, and after I have 51 rows, I'm gonna cut the yarn, and then I will be back. So let me show you here. So here is the end of row 51. I cut the yarn, right? And then I use my color bee for this pattern. And don't worry, I'll come back and show you how to do this part. So yeah, take your time, and I will be back when I'm at the end of row 51. Just follow your side, okay? Okay, after I repeat row 2 and 3 over and over, now I have 51 rows. This is the end of row 51, and here's what it looks like. Okay, and next we're gonna make this part here, and we're gonna use color B for that, and I will show you how to do that. Okay, this is the end of row 51, and then next you just need to cut the yarn. Don't need to leave a long tail. After I cut the yarn, I'm gonna pull the yarn out like that, and then turn, and then change color to my color B here. I'm gonna insert my hook into the very first stitch here. Bring the color B on the back like that. Yarn over, pull up a loop, and then I'm gonna chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. The first 3 chain count as 1 double crochet, and then the 4th chain there count as 1 chain space. And then next we're gonna make 1 double crochet on top of the single crochet stitch, not the chain 1 space, okay, but on top of the single crochet stitch here. So I yarn over my hook, I insert my hook on top of the single crochet stitch, pull up a loop. I have 3 loops on my hook. I yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops like that. Here's what it looks like. So far I have 1 double crochet here and 1 double crochet here because the first 3 chain count as 1 double crochet, right? And then I have 1 chain space here. Okay, so next we're gonna chain 1 and make 1 double crochet on top of the single crochet stitch, not the chain 1 space. We're gonna skip that chain 1 space. We're gonna make into the single crochet stitch. Okay, so yeah, I chain 1 here. I yarn over my hook, insert the hook on top of the single crochet stitch, pull up a loop, and make a double crochet. And then we're gonna repeat that across. So we're gonna chain 1 and 1 double crochet on top of the single crochet stitch here. So after I chain 1 here, I yarn over my hook, insert the hook on top of the single crochet stitch, pull up a loop, and make a double crochet. Here's what it looks like so far. If you're having a hard time to see the single crochet stitch, you also can turn as well, and you can see where you make a single crochet. So here's the single crochet, here the single crochet, and here the single crochet. Okay, all right, I'm gonna repeat that. I'm gonna chain 1 and 1 single crochet, 1 double crochet on top of the single crochet stitch here. Chain 1, 1 double crochet on top of the single crochet stitch. Chain 1, 1 double crochet on top of the single crochet stitch. Chain 1, 1 double crochet on top of the single crochet stitch. Alright, just keep repeating that across. And I will be back when I'm at the end of row 52. I'm at the end of row 52. Here's what it looks like. And I have the same 69 stitches across, includes the chain 1 space as well. Okay, so for row 53, we're gonna chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. The first 4 chains here, the first 3 chain count as 1 double crochet, and then the 4th chain there count as 1 chain space. Alright, after I chain 4, I turn, or you can turn first and chain, doesn't matter. And then make 1 double crochet on top of the double crochet stitch. So yarn over. After I chain 4, I yarn over, insert the hook into the double crochet stitch, pull up a loop, and make a double crochet. And then you're gonna chain 1 and make 1 double crochet on top of the double crochet stitch. And then you're gonna repeat that across. You're gonna chain 1 and then 1 double crochet on top of the double crochet stitch. Repeat that, chain 1, 1 double crochet on top of the double crochet stitch. Chain 1, 1 double crochet on top of the double crochet stitch. Repeat that across. Chain 1, 1 double crochet on top of the double crochet stitch. Chain 1 double crochet on top of the double crochet stitch, like that. Here's what it looks like so far. Very easy pattern. Okay, so next you're gonna chain 1 and make 1 double crochet on top of the double crochet stitch, chain 1, 1 double crochet on top of the double crochet stitch. Repeat that across, and the last double crochet you're gonna make into the third chain, because the first 3 chain count as 1 double crochet, right? So yeah, don't worry, I will come back and show you how to make the last double crochet. Okay, I will show you how to make the last double crochet. So we're gonna make the last double crochet into the third chain here, but before that, make the chain 1 first. Okay, so I already make chain 1 here. So next I'm gonna make 1 double crochet into the third chain. So I yarn over my hook, I'm gonna insert the hook into the third chain. So here is the first chain, second chain, and third chain. Insert the hook into the third chain, pull up a loop, and make the double crochet like that. So the end of row 53, I have the same 69 stitches across, includes the chain 1 space as well. So for row 54 and 55, you're gonna repeat row 53 exactly the same. Alright, let me show you. So for row 54, repeat row 53. We chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the first 3 chain count as 1 double crochet, and then the fourth chain there count as 1 chain space. And then turn, or you can turn first and chain, doesn't matter. And then we're gonna make 1 double crochet on top of the double crochet stitch here. And then chain 1. 1 double crochet on top of the double crochet stitch. Chain 1, 1 double crochet on top of the double crochet stitch. Chain 1, 1 double crochet on top of the double crochet stitch. See, we just repeat row 53. Okay, here's what it looks like so far on row 54. Okay, I'm pretty sure you know how to do that now, and if you don't remember, you always can rewind the video and go watch it again. Just repeat row 53. Okay, like I said, row 54 and row 55, I'm gonna repeat row 53. Alright, repeat exactly the same. And then I will be back when I'm at the end of row 55. Good luck. Take your time. I will be back soon. Okay, I'm at the end of row 55 here. And then next, I'm gonna cut the yarn. And if you want this part to be like longer, you feel free to add more rows. Just repeat row 53, okay? For me, I think 4 rows of this total, I think it's good. But yeah, everyone like different, so yeah, feel free to do that if you like. So yeah, anyway, this is the end of row 55. And then next, I'm gonna cut the yarn. I'm gonna leave a tail about 14 inches long, enough to sew the shoulder here, around here, into the back panel or front panel. Whatever, because the front panel and the back panel make exactly the same. Okay, so yeah, about 14 inches long tail. I cut the yarn. And then after I cut the yarn, I pull my yarn out. And I'm done with the panel. And next, you need 2 of these exactly the same, okay? And leave a long tail exactly the same. And after you have 2 of these panels, we're gonna make the sleeve. Okay, for sleeve, we're gonna use the color B, and we're gonna make 2 exactly the same. Here's what it looks like for my sleeve. If you want shorter, you make less row, and if you want longer, you make more rows. Very easy. So my sleeve not really long, around here. Okay, so at the end here, I leave a long tail, enough to sew the sleeve into the main panel. That's it. Very easy. Okay, let's get started. So first you're gonna make a slip knot. Use any method you prefer for making a slip knot. So after you make slip knot, I'm gonna chain 42 loosely. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep making the chains. I will be back when I have 42 chains. Okay, I have 42 chains here. And then for row 1, gonna be the wrong side. For an odd number row, gonna be the wrong side. For an even number row, gonna be the right side. So row 1 is the wrong side. I'm gonna make 1 single crochet into the second chain from the hook here. And I always like to insert my hook into the little bump on the back of the chain. But you can also insert the hook into the normal chain here as well, whatever you prefer. So yeah, row 1, I skip the first chain, insert the hook into the next chain here. I insert the hook into the little bump on the back of that second chain from the hook. Pull up a loop, 2 loops on my hook, yarn over and pull through those 2 loops. So this is my first single crochet on row 1. And then we're gonna make 1 single crochet into each chain across. So I'm gonna insert my hook into the next chain. I insert into the little bump on the back of the next chain here. Pull up a loop and make single crochet. And then single crochet into the next chain. Insert the hook into the little bump on the back of the next chain again. Oops, sorry. Right here. And make single crochet. Single crochet into the next chain. 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 The reason I insert the hook into the little bump on the back of the chain is give me very nice edge at the bottom here. That's what I like. But yeah, whatever you prefer. Alright, keep making 1 single crochet into each chain across, and I will be back when I'm at the end of row 1. I'm at the end of row 1 here. I have 41 single crochet stitches across. And then for row 2, you're gonna chain 1 and turn, or you can turn first and chain, doesn't matter. And the chain 1 doesn't count as a stitch. And then we're gonna make 1 single crochet into each stitch across. So after I chain 1 and turn, I insert the hook into the first stitch here. Pull up a loop and make single crochet. And then single crochet into the next stitch. And then single crochet into the next stitch. And then single crochet into the next stitch. Oops. Okay. And then single crochet into the next stitch. Single crochet into the next. And then single crochet into the next. Okay, keep making 1 single crochet into each stitch across, and I will be back when I'm at the end of row 2. I'm at the end of row 2 here, and I have the same 41 single crochet stitches across. And then for row 3, we're gonna chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the first 3 chains count as 1 double crochet, and then the 4th chain there count as 1 chain space. So after I chain 4, I turn, or you can turn first and chain, doesn't matter. And then we're gonna skip the next stitch and make 1 double crochet into the next stitch. So I chain 4 here, and then I turn, I yarn over my hook, I skip the next stitch here, and make 1 double crochet into the next. Oops. Okay, and then chain 1, skip the next stitch and make 1 double crochet into the next stitch. And then we're gonna repeat that across. We're gonna chain 1, skip the next stitch, and then make 1 double crochet into the next. And repeat that. We chain 1, skip the next stitch, and then make 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Repeat that, chain 1, skip the next stitch, and then make 1 double crochet into the next. Chain 1, skip next stitch, and make 1 double crochet into the next. Alright, just keep repeating that across. Here's what it looks like so far. So next, you're gonna chain 1, skip next stitch, and make 1 double crochet into the next. Chain 1, skip the next stitch, and make 1 double crochet into the next. Repeat that across, and I will be back when I'm at the end of row 3. I'm at the end of row 3 here. Here's what it looks like. And I have a total of 41 stitches across, includes the chain 1 space as well. Okay. Alright, for row 4, we're gonna chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the first 3 chains count as 1 double crochet, and then the 4th chain count as 1 chain space. So after I chain 4, I turn, or you can turn first and chain, doesn't matter. And then we're gonna make 1 double crochet into the double crochet stitch here. And then we're gonna chain 1 double crochet into the double crochet stitch here. And we're just gonna repeat that. We're gonna chain 1 double crochet into the double crochet stitch. Chain 1 double crochet into the double crochet stitch. Repeat that across. So yeah, next I chain 1 and then 1 double crochet into the double crochet stitch. Chain 1 double crochet into the double crochet stitch. Chain 1 double crochet into the double crochet stitch. Very easy pattern. Okay, chain 1 double crochet into the double crochet stitch. Like that, just keep repeating that across. So for the last double crochet, you're gonna make into the 3rd chain, because the first 3 chain we count as 1 double crochet, right? So don't worry, I will come back and show you how to make the last double crochet. Okay, I'm at the end here, and I'm gonna make the last double crochet with you. So for the last double crochet, like I said, we're gonna make into the 3rd chain. But before we make the last double crochet, you're gonna chain 1 here first, okay? So I already chain 1, and next I'm gonna yarn over my hook and then insert my hook into the 3rd chain here and make the last double crochet right here, the 3rd chain. That's it. Here's what it looks like at the end of row 4. And I have the same 41 stitches across, includes the chain 1 space as well. Alright, so for row 5 to row 20, I'm gonna repeat row 4. Repeat exactly the same. And if you want shorter sleeve, you're gonna make less row. If you want longer sleeve, you're gonna add more rows. Just repeat row 4. And let me show you one more row, which is row 5. I'm gonna repeat row 4. So we chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the first 3 chains count as 1 double crochet, and then the 4th chain there count as 1 chain space. And after I chain 4, I turn, or you can turn first and chain, doesn't matter. And then we're gonna make 1 double crochet into the double crochet stitch right here. Just repeat row 4, but I just wanna show you one more time. And then chain 1 and 1 double crochet into the double crochet stitch. Repeat that, chain 1 double crochet into the double crochet stitch here. And then chain 1 double crochet into the double crochet stitch. Chain 1 double crochet into the double crochet stitch. Very easy, just repeat row 4. Alright, you're gonna keep repeating this across. And again, for the last double crochet, you always gonna make into the third chain, because we count the first 3 chains as 1 double crochet. Alright, I will be back when I'm at the end of row 5. And I'm gonna show you how to make the last double crochet again. Alright, I will be back. Alright, I'm gonna make the last double crochet with you here. And like I said, the last double crochet we're gonna make into the third chain. Just repeat row 4. So before that, I'm gonna chain 1 first. You need to chain 1 first, sorry. I already chain 1 here. So after I chain 1, I'm gonna make the last double crochet into the third chain here. And that's it. And I have the same 41 stitches across. Okay, I'm gonna repeat row 4 over and over until I have a total of 20 rows. And if you want longer, like I said, feel free to add more rows. If you want shorter, make less rows. Just repeat row 4. For me, I'm gonna make a total of 20 rows. Start count from row 1 here. Alright, good luck. Take your time, and I will be back when I'm at the end of row 20. Okay, now I have a total of 20 rows. Start count from row 1 here, okay? Total of 20 rows. This is the end of row 20. And next, I'm gonna cut the yarn. So I'm gonna cut the yarn, leave a long tail, enough to sew the sleeve here into the main panel. So about 24, 26 inches long tail. Yeah, after I cut the yarn, I'm gonna pull the yarn out like that. That's it. And we're done. And you need 2 of these, exactly the same. Leave a long tail, exactly the same. Here's what it looks like. Love it. Alright, and after you have 2 sleeves, and then the back and the front panels, and next we're gonna sew all the pieces together. And I will show you how to do that in the part 2. Okay, I'll see you in the part 2.